Remember when every neighborhood seemed to smell like fresh-cut grass and kids played outside until the streetlights came on? Homes back then weren't just houses. They were reflections of pride, family, and the American dream. Every detail, from the pastel kitchens to the cozy living rooms, told a story of a time when style and function danced together. Today, we're taking a trip back in time to explore 10 home features from the 1950s that have completely disappeared. So dust off your memories, grab a cup of instant coffee, and let's step through the front door of mid-century America. Tucked beside the kitchen or back porch, the milk door was a tiny hatch where the milkmen would leave glass bottles of cold, creamy milk each morning. Families didn't need to run to the store came to them. These little doors symbolized trust and community. You didn't worry about theft or spoilage. But as supermarkets grew and home refrigeration improved, milk delivery faded away by the 1970s. Still, every once in a while, a renovator finds one sealed behind a wall, a small window into a gentler time. Before steamers and wrinkle-free fabrics, ironing was a daily ritual. Many 1950s homes came with a fold-out ironing board hidden behind a cabinet door. It was clever, space-saving, and felt almost futuristic. Moms could press shirts while chatting with neighbors or listening to the radio. But as open layouts replaced small utility rooms and laundry moved to basements, these tidy built-ins lost their place. Today, they're a charming reminder of when chores were part of the home's rhythm. Long before laundry hampers beeped reminders, families had laundry chutes, simple metal or wooden slides that carried dirty clothes straight to the basement washer. Kids loved tossing socks down just to hear the satisfying thud at the bottom. But over time, fire codes and multi-story safety concerns made builders stop including them. Modern homes may have smart washers, but nothing beats the fun and convenience of a laundry chute. If you've ever seen a 1950s bathroom, you know the color palette: pink tubs, mint tile, and seafoam sinks. These hues reflected post-war optimism. America was done with gray and ready for color. Mamie Eisenhower's love of pink even inspired Mamie pink bathrooms across the country. But by the 1980s, these candy-colored designs gave way to neutral tones. Still, for those who remember them, pink tile wasn't just decoration. It was happiness you could wash your hands in. Before smartphones and baby monitors, many mid-century homes had intercoms built into the walls. From the kitchen, Mom could call kids in from the backyard or announce dinner without yelling up the stairs. It felt futuristic, straight out of the Jetsons. But as open-concept living took over and technology advanced, those tinny wall speakers fell silent. Now, they're a nostalgic reminder of how communication once echoed through family homes. Every dad in the 50s seemed to dream of a basement den with knotty pine walls, a wet bar, and maybe even a shuffleboard table. It was the ultimate retreat, cozy, masculine, and filled with mid-century charm. But as tastes shifted and lighter, airier spaces became fashionable. Those honey-colored panels started to look dated. Still, for anyone who grew up in one, the smell of varnished pine can take you right back to those family game nights and New Year's Eve parties. Before cluster boxes and community mail kiosks, letters and postcards slipped quietly through the front door mail slot. You'd hear the soft clang of metal and know something exciting had arrived. Maybe a Sears catalog or a birthday card from Grandma. But as homes modernized with better insulation and home security, exterior mail slots faded away. Today, they survive mostly on older homes, where they still whisper the stories of handwritten days. In the heart of the kitchen hung the family phone, often mounted to the wall with a long, coiled cord that reached halfway across the room. Some even folded up neatly when not in use. That phone wasn't just a gadget, it was where teenagers whispered secrets, where moms shared recipes, and where good news traveled fast. But as cordless and mobile phones took over, that hub of family connection slowly vanished. In the 1950s, the television wasn't just a screen, it was a piece of furniture. Built into polished wood cabinets, these TVs were proudly displayed in living rooms across America. Families would gather around for I Love Lucy or The Ed Sullivan Show, often treating the set like an honored guest. But as technology advanced and screens slimmed down, the furniture-style TV disappeared, taking with it a little of that living room magic. Before air conditioning was common, breezeways were a clever architectural feature. They linked the house to the garage with a shaded, open-air walkway where families could sit and cool off. It was the perfect spot for sipping lemonade or chatting with neighbors as summer evenings settled in. But as climate control and attached garages became standard, breezeways fell out of fashion. Today, they're a symbol of a slower, simpler kind of living when we pause to enjoy the breeze.